been building for the past 2 weeks. It is made out of the foam sheet that you can buy at Lowe's for about $13. It has a 6-foot wingspan, and all I did for the wing is glued 2 pieces of foam together, and each sheet is roughly about a ½ inch thick. So the wing is 2 sheets glued together. I just used the regular spray glue, and then I just took some rough sandpaper and I shaped it. So you can see right here the rough shape that it made. And then for the whole fuselage all the way through, I took 6 sheets and cut them all out with a razor blade. This is roughly 40 inches long, all the way down the back. And so I just glued all those together, and there's a small compartment in the back here that goes all the way forward, roughly to about right here. But I'm not going to take the wing off yet. And so I put all that together, and then still staying up here, I took some wire, and this is probably, I'd say, I think they're 16 inches long, just that way I could get a little bit more support for my wing, so that way it wasn't bowing as much, because I didn't choose to glue in a carbon fiber spar or anything. So I just used that, and it was just poking about a ½ inch into the fuselage, and then just fit up into the wing. I just took a Sharpie and made little windows and stuff just for now. But I had some ½ inch aluminum pipe that I used to connect my floats to the fuselage, and I used 2-part epoxy and epoxied them down. These floats are 4 pieces tall, the top one being the very biggest and the bottom one being the smallest. As you can see right there, the way I made them, in the very bottom part, which is pretty much just a tracking piece, I cut off about 3/4 of the way down, and in the back I just left a little spot just hanging out. So I might move my wing back a little bit more, because it does look like it's a little bit too far forward. And so now moving to the back, I have my elevators cut in right here, and my rudder. These are just fit in here. They're kind of a tight fit. Try and phase out. I just took some sandpaper and I'm gonna shape these down. So I just took a knife and cut that in there, and cut that at an angle. Just put in a piece of tape. This isn't fully done, it's just mocked up, just so I can see how it is. So there's my rudder, and then the elevator is 20 inches long and 8 inches wide, and this is also shaped like the wing to create lift. And so I just cut out a few control surfaces back here, and you can see right there I just taped them in there. They have a slight angle sanded into them, so that way they'll, if I can get this right, I can get these to go down, so that way I can get my proper lift for takeoff. And so I have my leading edge all sanded down and stuff. So I just cut that in there. It has a slight upward angle along the back here, if you can tell. And I also shaped the back, just back a little bit. And so that way, the way that this plane sits in the water. Okay. The way that it sits in the water, so that way it's kind of like a bush plane, where it kind of has a little bit of lift all on its own. And so yeah, all I have left to do now is just cut out my ailerons up here, and then I think I should be done for that part. And I just ordered parts about an hour ago for this, and what I have is, because like as you can see right here, how this foam is lifting up a little bit. I bought a film that is, actually I don't know a whole lot about it right now. I still haven't done a whole lot of research on it. But it's a 25-inch wide film that'll go and it'll wrap over here, and then it's just kind of like a heat shrink, shrink tubing. And I can just hit it with the heat gun, and it'll form right to this, and make it nice and smooth and plasticky or whatever it is, filmy. And so I got that in silver, and I'm probably gonna do the fuselage and probably paint it because I don't want the whole thing to be silver. And same thing with the floats. And the other thing with the floats, I put in these little eyelets so that way I can tie it up when it's done. And what else? Oh, I got a 1000 kV Turnigy motor, brushless outrunner motor. To mount up here, I still have to put in 4 dowel rods that I have to buy, and put a front firewall plate thing up here, which I'm not sure if I'm going to indent the motor in there at all or not, because the actual passage to the back here doesn't start till right here. So I'd have to go through all that to run the wires through, which isn't really a big deal. But so I got that. I got a Hobby King 30 amp ESC, Hobby King 4-channel radio and receiver. I bought 3, I think they're 10-gram micro servos from Hobby King. I'm planning on putting just one right up here on the very top of the front wing with a horn that goes both ways, and running a control rod out, kind of just so that way it kind of extends out, so that way when it goes one way it picks up one side and puts down the other, for my ailerons. And then of course I got my one back here, which I'm probably going to make another elevator back here because I kind of screwed up on this one, or I might just use that one, I don't know. And I got plastic hinges for all these. I know I'm going to make another rudder because that one I kind of hacked up. What else? I think that's it. I did not buy a battery pack because I'm going to be using the battery pack off of the quadcopter, which I actually just bought. The reason why I only bought the parts for this is because I just fried the receiver on that one, trying to get it to bind with my transmitter, which I just tried to do some redneck thing and it didn't work out so well. So yeah, that's the plane, and I'll keep you updated on the plane and how it goes. Yeah, see you later.